I did not mean to do another one, y'all. I really didn't. But one of the most disgusting YouTubers or people I don't know why he's famous. I don't know who the fuck he is, or, I'm sorry, don't mean to cuss. I don't know who the crap he is, but I don't know why he's famous. I don't know what his talent is. He don't make people laugh. He's just a real, bro, he just cringy, dude. You know Jackie Chan at all, bro. I don't know who Bobby Lee is, but he just makes me cringe, bro. So there's finally somebody who did a video. I haven't watched it. All I heard was, I saw this. Bobby Lee is disgusting. I'm like, oh, somebody who feels the same. So we're about to dive in. We're going to see and hear what he says. And, forgive me, God, for judging people. I'm sorry. May we not judge people. Let's not forget, we are Christians and we are people who believe in a higher power if you're not Christian. So let's look at this with an open eye, an open view. Even though I said those are my opinions, I have no harm, ill will feelings towards the guy. May your career be blessed. May you do whatever you need to do in your life. But, yeah, dude, just watching him feels really weird, man. Hearing your comedy, hearing your jokes, and some of the things this dude says, bro, I'm just like, what? Really? Alright, I guess. Let's get into it, man.
Okay, so we gotta talk
I don't pre-watch my videos, so I don't know anything he's about to say at all.
about Bobby Lee. So for context, last video we were talking about the Logan Paul George Janko situation, where basically on Logan Paul's podcast Impulsive, George Janko was allegedly sexually assaulted by Bobby Lee. Now Logan removed that segment from the podcast, humiliated George, and threatened to fire him if he didn't apologize to Bobby. So I had to look further into the situation to understand what kind of a person Bobby Lee is, and after going through a lot of Bobby's clips, I think I can safely say that and after going through a
Do you know where those lips have been, bro? You're gonna kiss a beautiful Latina, Afro-Latina looking woman on her forehead? You're gonna kiss a woman on her forehead after what you've done with those lips, bro? This dude has done heroin, crack, cocaine, all kinds of drugs. And you're gonna kiss her? Oh my God. She better watch her head and bleach.
lot of Bobby's clips, I think I can safely say that Bobby has always been a creep, and this is kind of just normal behavior for him. And pretty much the only reason that he gets...
Oh God. Help! I told you, gang. I told you. It's cringy. It's cringy watching this dude, bro. Watch his reaction after she's just like utterly shocked about his actions or what he's trying to do in this moment. Watch his reaction.
And this is kind of just normal behavior for him.
Oh, she didn't like me? She didn't like that? Oh. Maybe I should try the tongue next time. Look how shocked he looks, bro.
Bobby has always been a creep, and this is these clips. I think I can safely say that Bobby...
Wait, that was mid-conversation. That was mid-conversation, bro. That was mid-conversation. I thought this was like, when you sit down and you introduce. They're talking in this moment.
Has always... been a creep, and this is kind of just normal behavior for him.
She's like, what the freak is he doing? He's like, why did she not kiss me? He looks...
And pretty much the only reason that he gets away with it is because he's a comedian and everything is supposedly a joke, right? Even thrusting your dick in someone's face, truly the best humor.
What? I'm a Christian, bro. So to see a Christian being manipulated by a devil worshiper to make this man do whatever he wants to another Christian, that makes me angry. That doesn't make me sick. That makes me angry. This man, we already know they're about the money. They're about, being the biggest, being that they're not like him. You can be a successful Christian. These guys made money their God. He made Jesus Christ his God. There's a difference. And they let this other devil worshiper, whose God is lust and pornography, do whatever he wanted to this man. He would have got checked. I would have fought Logan Paul, Jake Paul. Win or lose, gang. Ain't no other man. Did I mean Chop?
So, let's start with the portion of the podcast that Logan actually left uploaded. Now, you better save this, because I highly suspect in the next few days, this clip might get deleted by Logan's PR team.
I don't smell good on my bottom because here's the thing is I'm single now, and I've been. You want to smell my? One of us in this room. Yeah. Smell my because I have no cologne here, but I spray the on my. What? Maybe Mike, you want to smell?
I would.
No, you are. No, you are. No.
There's no way, bro. There is no way he outlandishly and outright just says these things.
Question. I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm gonna just do the underwear. Question.
It would be him. It would be George.
Yeah, George.
It would.
Yeah. Like, well, that's why I wanted to smell.
Or maybe he'll know.
George isn't saying shit, so I almost don't feel bad for him. As soon as they would have pointed at me, I would have punched Bobby in his face, bro. Like, if you get up, if you stand up, I'm gonna punch you.
It would be George.
Yeah, George.
At that point, you say no, bro. Hey. I don't know what y'all got going on, but if this man stands up, I'm a hook him. I'm gonna jack him right in his jaw, bro.
It would.
Yeah. Like, well, that's why I wanted to smell.
Or maybe he'll know the smell too.
For audio segments on a hard drive somewhere. Okay, so after do with themselves, right? They explicitly say, and obviously they want cool. Bobby is there saying, "Smell it," saying that it's okay. I'll smell it from far away. But Bobby insists, gets pissed, and justifies it for entertainment.
Dude, this is not gay. It's podcasting. It's for entertainment.
It's material.
And in improv, you never disagree. You always agree.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You stand. He wouldn't have made it to that hook. I ain't gonna lie to you. He wouldn't have made it to the hook. Bro, you got me chopped, bro. Stop playing, man.
Because yes, and you ruin the fucking moment if you don't do it. So you're gonna fucking smell my dick, and it's not gay.
Amazing.
Are you serious, bro? Look how bold. Look how cringy. Look how demand. The Chinese Pdiddy. I found him. You heard it here first. The Chinese Pdiddy is here. He has arrived. And he doesn't care if you like him or not. He doesn't care if you're straight or not. You're gonna smell this cologne, boy. Cause I'm Pdiddy. With the chopsticks.
Improv over here, just smelling another man's pee-pee, or, smell it, or you're ruining the joke, you're ruining the fun over here. And that's kind of the vibe that was going on over there, where Logan and Mike were making George feel guilty for, ruining the mood because Bobby didn't like him or whatever. And now Bobby is adding on to this, saying, George, you're killing the mood over here. And you can even sort of see Logan get a bit angry over here. He looks at George, and look at what he says.
It's material, George.
Yeah.
It's material, George. It's just material.
Then why were you the first person to say no? Not over here. If it's material, you should have been the first person. This is your show. There's two types of generals in warfare. one who leads in the front, letting people see, letting people feel his actions. Then there's a general who leads in the back, right? Then there's a general who doesn't give a damn about his people. The general in the back is rest assured and steadfast in his position, feet fitted in warfare, feet fitted in his position, and his troops take pleasure and are rest assured in him, seeing him in the back, seeing him call out the tactics from the back because they trust in him. The ones from the front, they're following as he leads, so they see his impact and they know that he's a great general. Then there's the general who doesn't give a damn. He's conniving, he's sliming, he's this, he's that. He's everything but a great general. This is the scum. This is the Judas of generals, who would give away his people, who undermined his values and integrity, right? For money, clout. Come on, man.
That only you should do. I don't want to do this material though, but you, George, you're the joke of the show. Just go with it. Stop pissing off our guest Bobby. You're ruining the show. And I feel like Logan actually believes this because that's kind of how messed up in the head Logan actually is. Meanwhile, Mike.
And this isn't. I hope he does a video of Logan Paul so we can. Throughout the years, we've always heard something about Logan Paul. Like every 3 years, it's just like Pdiddy, but we ignored it. It's going to get to a boiling point to where we're like, all right. And it's going to be just like that Cassie video where videos start popping out on Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Not so much Jake Paul because I'm a fan of his boxing, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul was on some fool shit at first too.
Is just laughing uncomfortably as it happens, but he also recommended George to smell the PB. He egged it on or whatever. So
this dude, he thinks everything's a joke, so I wouldn't even take him serious. But this dude, he's the general, he's the leader, he's the one who founded this whole thing, bro. You're a general, you're the leader, you're the CEO.
So it's kind of his fault too. And also, I gotta say this, but Bobby is so lucky that he did this shit to George, a guy with, more patience than the average man, I'd say. Because a normal man would smack this guy's face so...
What? Bobby Lee wouldn't do that to any black man. Chris Rock would rock him for doing some shit like that, bro. Or probably just get up and laugh and get the fuck off. But I don't see any brother allowing this happening, bro. No, man. Unless it's Santuan or something, but...
fucking hard. The second that thing got anywhere near him, and don't get me started on a girl would probably just call the police and have you arrested for sexual harassment.
Let alone a chick, bro. I know it. 911? Yep. Come get him. It's Bobby Lee. Oh, him again? Yep. Him again. Alright. We're on the way.
So, let's not pretend this is a funny joke, okay? It is disgusting, and he just continues to make it worse.
I have to grab your head.
No.
Humor or whatever, and this is part of the act, right? Bobby, what we're arguing over here is that he's obviously taking things too far. This is not funny for George. Of course it's funny for the two jackasses sitting on the couch over there, but that's Logan and Mike. They're dumb and dumber. It's Mr. Crypto Scam and Mr. Logan's AI robot servant assistant. I don't think they should be the standard as the opinion on this shit, okay? They witness a sexual assault on their best friend who complains about it, and they want to fire him and discredit him and humiliate him. I don't know, as a normal person watching this from a third-person perspective, it's just not funny to me. Eventually, George gives in here. He obviously doesn't want to get fired with Logan's stick because this entire podcast, George was being repeatedly disrespected. Bobby was purposely... entire podcast, George was being repeatedly disrespected.
George is looking like I want to rock you. Bobby Lee is like, yeah, you won't, so I'm going to do this anyway. This dude is disgusting, people. This dude is disgusting.
suspected, Bobby was purposely degrading him and looking the other way the entire time.
What? Yo, am I tweaking?
Then when George tells like a deeply emotional story about his life, he makes fun of it, you know, because when George purposely...
You touching my face. You doing all kind of weird shit and your nails are painted? Are you serious, bro?
Degrading him and looking the other way the entire time. Then when George tells like a deeply emotional story about his life, he makes fun of it, you know, because that's Bobby's whole thing, you know, poking fun at pretty much everything, even if it's like deep and meaningful to you.
Honestly, if I was not Christian, I'd probably be suicidal. And it was really, really bad. I never told anybody about it. For me to like, dude, like I didn't even know I was going to be with my best friends doing a podcast where, and I don't mean this in a cocky way, but like, dude, this put me on a very strong match. So I'm very blessed, but I didn't know I was going to be here. So
It's like that's, you know.
And if you think that's all comedy, he also grabs George's...
This is why, as a Christian, and I want y'all to hear this, only those who believe in God. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, keep on going. But for those who have a good heart, and you believe in God, God says this: don't cast your pearls to pigs. Don't you give away something that's going to be tarnished and stepped upon by people. Don't you give them such an important story of your life. Don't you be giving your fake friends so much into your insight to your life, co-workers, people, because they will use that against you. These people in this world are not your friend. The only friends that you truly have is Jesus Christ and those who He gives you. Those around us, we accept them for who they are. But unless God puts you in my life as my friend, you are not my friend, man. You are an associate. You got to keep these people far away from you, because if you got a good heart like George, people like your own friends. Y'all heard what he said? I never thought I'd be on a podcast with my three best friends, with my two best friends. He just said that. But yet, his best friends just watched him get sexually assaulted by this man and continue to be, he said it earlier, but just kept on doing what he was doing. Whatever perverse things that this dude has in his mind to do, touching his face and, bro, come on, man.
Repeatedly, so much so that even in Logan's final edit of the podcast, you can see George cover his private parts with his hands because he's so tired of Bobby grabbing his dick repeatedly. I don't really know how anyone...
What? Bro, Joe, George. See, this is what Christians get wrong, bro. Even God says there's a time for war and a time for peace. People forget that, man. And I know God says mercy too, but if it's time for war, it's time for war. If people keep poking the bear, it's time for war.
Justifies that because, you know, if that happened to me, I'm punching him in the face and I'm not even a violent person, right? That's just way out of line, and obviously he wouldn't dare...
I think any regular straight male would do that, bro.
do this to a girl.
I think every female would have punched him as soon as he stood up, bro.
Although he has done plenty of weird, creepy shit with women too, some of which we'll go over in this video as well right after this clip.
Hey there, if you like the clip, make sure to subscribe.
I love this clip, Logan, particularly take it from the main podcast. Till then, Logan over some of Bobby's old clips over here. Alright, here we go. Start off with an interview he does where he constantly tries to kiss this woman over here and her ankles, and she literally runs away, and he still ends up kissing her.
Yeah. God, it's so cold.
I'm scared. It's rude.
It's not rude.
I requested it. I called my agent. I want to sit next to you.
Okay, right off the bat, she on her before or something, or that kissed them. He has some sort of weird kissing fetish that it's like a bunch of female hosts and trying to kiss them. He has some sort of weird kissing fetish that it's like one of his sticks or whatever, where he'll just kiss people that are uncomfortable with.
Nice to see you. Because you were on paternity leave last time, right? It's good to see you. I lived in Europe for a while. That's how we kissed. That's how we kissed. Fine. I don't
Actually sat awake. Anyways, Bob, you don't understand. Person worse.
No. That kind of
I'm marking you. You're mine now forever. That's how, you've never had athlete's foot?
No.
Oh, would you?
Dude.
No, I don't trust you.
Why?
Because I can see you jumping
Mile
on
away,
me.
and I see you too. If you get up again, I swear to God, I'm never gonna come back here. Okay?
Yeah, really.
I just want to.
Dude, this is not comedy. I don't understand how Bobby fans are like, this is the funniest shit ever. This is a full-grown woman running away from you, explicitly telling you, like, she sat away from you. She tried to leave the set of the interview over there, and she explicitly said, don't kiss my ankle or whatever.
Bro, I have found the Asian P. Diddy.